Okay, so somebody had asked me a while ago now, sorry, it took a while to get around to it, but how does empty nest now affect our homestead, right? So first thing I want to do is I want to address the empty nest syndrome thing that happens. Ladies, for those of you who are going through the empty nest thing right now and you feel terrible and you feel awful and you kind of feel lost, right? Because who are you now? Just know this. I'm on the other end of it, and just know this, that it is not fun, and it is totally normal that you're feeling these feelings and you're thinking these thoughts. It's totally normal, and this too shall pass. It will get better. Just go through it. Just feel the feelings, and eventually it'll all work. The dust will settle, it'll work itself out. So, because you're not the person you were before you had kids, right? Because before I had kids, I worked. I had a full-time job. I did all the things. The bulk of my adult life, I've been a stay-at-home mom. Now is the transition, or I just went through the transition from stay-at-home mom to housewife. And that transition period, while it's physically easier now, it isn't mentally or emotionally easy. That transition period is pretty rough. So just know, ladies, that what you're going through and what you're feeling is totally normal. And it will get better. Now, how does it affect homesteading? Well, it's nice. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm tired. I'm just tired, and I'm glad for it. Like this year, scaling back, big time. I still have my birds, and I still have my chickens. And as a matter of fact, I'll probably add turkeys this year, but they're easy to take care of. Poultry's easy, you know? So that's not a worry. But like for us, I have 2 large gardens, and we're just gonna cut it down to 1. I'm getting rid of the one in the back. It's totally I'm just gonna let it go. And that's nice. I am not sad about that. I love gardening, but 2 big gardens is a lot of work. And I don't know what happened, but once upon a time, I could work, it could be 90 degrees outside, and I could work in the sun, guys, for hours and it not affect me. Didn't bother me at all. Now I go out there for 10 minutes in the sun and I am wrecked for the day. I'm done. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. But anyway, so now keeping 2 gardens up, it's just not possible. I just can't do it. So that's nice. Looking forward to that. And now instead of like, I'm doing more focusing too on things that are staples for the pantry. Potatoes, tomato sauce, garlic, that kind of stuff. Versus all the frills. Not that I won't do those things, but it's scaled back now. Because in reality land, I have to remind myself that the only people eating this food on a day-to-day basis is myself and my husband. You know? But the nice thing about the empty nest thing as a homesteader is now you're not paying to house the extra people, right? So there's a little bit of extra money to put towards maybe property improvement projects. Maybe it's stuff outside. Like maybe there's some kind of a shed or a barn or something you guys have really been wanting to build. Now you kind of have the money to do it. Maybe it's projects in the house, things that you've had to neglect because kids come first, right? Maybe you're desperate for a bathroom remodel. We are. Maybe like for us, we have to get our house sided, and our front porch needs to be addressed. We couldn't do that before. We just didn't have the money for it. Now we will have the ability to do those things. That's kind of how it affects us here. All the things are positive. We get to scale back. Your pantry doesn't have to be as full. It can be. Fill it as much as you want, right? But it doesn't have to be now. But yeah, so that's my experience with it. There, I'll say that. Not everybody's experience is the same, but that's mine so far. So hopefully that answered your question. Sorry about it taking too long to get out there, but it is what it is. You know, life, right? All right, guys. Thanks.
I walk with you through the great divide.